Hello, good morning and welcome back to the Fish Locker. This video is about our trip to British Columbia in Canada, where we did some fishing, had lots of good eating, had some adventures, and it's generally just an honest review of how we found things. Let's go! We flew from Gatwick to Vancouver and it took just over 9 hours. We rented a vehicle and I drove us to the lodge where we'd be staying for the first week of our trip. It's our first morning. Thankfully, due to the time difference, we have been up extra early. James has also just come to grab me because there are bison outside. Tell you what, that's a view and a half, isn't it?
Look there.
Oh, blimey. Oh, yeah, you're right.
And look, there's more coming. More crabs and more.
Oh, yeah. You don't get a view like that every day, do you? Let's get ready and go for breakfast. Oh, I'll tell you what, you didn't waste any time getting involved in the bacon, did you, James? And with that view as well. Never get used to this. This morning, Hannah, James and I, we're on the Fraser River in Canada. Look at that for a backdrop. Today we're going to be fishing with John. John's a guide with the Fraser Riger Lodge. That's where we're staying at the moment. And today we're hopefully going sturgeon fishing. Isn't that right, James?
Yeah, it's swimming up with it now. Yeah, lift and swim.
Dad. Get in there. Get in there, Dad.
Do you want a belt, John?
No, I'm alright. What big do you think it's going to be, James?
I don't know.
Do you think it's going to be this big or this big?
I bet you it's going to be bigger
5.
than you.
5 foot?
I think it's going to be bigger than James.
Keep the salmon somewhere about there. Do you want to?
Just want to make sure it's not full. Peck under.
It's a nice looking fish.
Well, I thought like 6 to 7 foot, but it might be a little bit shorter now that I've got it here. But the girth of it is impressive.
Yeah,
It says 10 foot.
it's definitely a healthy fish.
The feel of it as well, these hard scales, it's almost like you get a linear carp that's just got scales down its lateral line.
Yeah, when they're small, these are super sharp. These ones are kind of worn off a bit here.
You go and walk back up there. Good lad.
I chose his rocks.
Can you run that to his nose?
81 inches.
81 inches. Very nice.
So you take a girth as well.
6'9". Yeah, we can.
Yeah, that was amazing. And I tell you what, I'm glad I brought these.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're chasing this one.
You're doing all right. Just keep hold of it.
It's coming out the water.
I got it here.
That is it's an absolute monster of a fish. How big is this fish that your mum's just caught here?
Big.
96.5 inches. Beautiful. 41 inches.
Yeah, what an incredible fish. What's that bit there, James?
A bum.
A bum. Go on, lass.
Beautiful. Oh, that's a big fish. Oh, woo-wee. Oh,
What?
that's awesome.
What?
92 inches. 92 inches, very nice.
Want to get the girth while we're at it?
Mine was 96.
Okay, you get the hook on?
You okay, Liv?
Yeah.
There you go. Look at how small its eyes are. That head there is like a gurnard's head. Want to feel it real quick, James, before I put it back? Just feel its head, look.
Oh yeah.
Rock hard, isn't it? One, two, three. Right, good lad, take it easy. You're still tired from yours, are you? Take her to all the best places. Getting ready for day 2, aren't we?
Yeah.
Early start this morning. Well, not an early start for us because we've already been awake for 4 hours because we're still used to UK time. But we've got. Look at that view out there.
We usually have some rice now. Though.
Yeah.
It's too early for them to be up.
We did some sturgeon fishing yesterday. Straight off the bat was just incredible, wasn't it, James? We had some absolute monsters.
Yeah.
I'm just packing our gear for today. Now these absolutely came into their own. When I went fishing in California, we were fortunate enough to go an all day to California earlier on this year. Fishing into the surf with a friend of mine. He was wearing like some soft sole shoes. I ended up completely wrecking a pair of trainers just because I was wearing them in the surf. So I said to myself, I thought, right, we'll definitely get some. These are the Nautivate. Hannah got the Trek ladies and mine are the Trek mans. Oh. A way to show you them is they're just like a rubber sole, so perfect for gripping on rocks, and neoprene on the top, so they dry really quickly. They've got holes through them. Yeah. When we were raking about in the water yesterday with them sturgeons, the soles as well. Soles come straight out. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to test them out on this holiday. In fact, what I'll do is I'll put a link in the description of the video. What time is it? 5:02. Got to go. See you later. This morning, Hannah, James and I are fishing with a guy, Bryce, from the Fraser Riger Lodge. We are on Pitt Lake in British Columbia in Canada. Just constantly blown away just by the scenery around here. It's just amazing. Wow. We're going to be crossing Pitt Lake and we're going to be working our way up into the upper river system. I'm told that we're going to be fishing for certain types of salmon and trout. I'm just happy to be out. It is amazing. We're just watching an osprey there drop down onto a fish in the middle of the lake. So I'm told there's going to be a lot of eagles and other bits of wildlife today. So we're excited, aren't we, James? Yeah. Bryce has just stopped us here to give another safety brief. We've just had a quick run across the lake. Just pointing out there, I don't know how well you can see it. We'll just pop up. You see how the colour of the water changes there? You're saying that's because that's all glacier water that's just come through the river?
You betcha. You can see the ice cap in the back of the mountains there. So we'll end up getting up a little bit closer to it.
I don't think I'll ever that osprey nest on there. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever stop being impressed by the.
No, I don't think I've ever taken so many pictures.
It's just amazing.
Is this what it's like when people come to Cornwall?
The backdrop alone is phenomenal. Right, sorry, go on, carry on with your safety brief.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just gonna open the engine, guys. Go over a few things. Make sure we're good to go. Pump, good. Another fuel line goes down.
You keeping an eye on this, James, to make sure he gets it all right.
Up to the fuel filter. Fuel line.
Bryce had personally modified his jet dry boat to be able to operate in these conditions, often skimming over logs and gravel bars as we navigated the river. This is the first location I'm going to be fishing. Bryce has just stopped off at an area where there's some slack eddies, and this is the upper reaches of the pit. You alright down there, James? It is absolutely stunning. It's glorious weather and it's blisteringly warm, isn't it? The water is cold though. And you can see it's come all the way from there on the snow. Yeah, 1 second, love. Just fishing with here is just light spinning setups. And you've got like a spoon. And all we're looking for is the slack creases of water just behind like the logs or the islands.
I think I felt a nudge.
Did you? Keep winding then. Couple more, 2 more. That's it, yep, perfect.
Oh,
Well done. What a pro. Rod tip down. Well done. Look at that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That is an absolutely monstrous great fish.
Look at that. Holy crap.
How large do you reckon that is? Weight wise?
Probably 18 anyways. 18, 19. Thanks, buddy. Got a video?
Yeah.
Here he goes.
Like a bullet.
Nice. Yep, there you go. That's it. See, you slowed it right down there. That's what look. That's it.
The same as before, or is that a new one?
It's the same, isn't it?
Bugs
bull trouts, isn't
bothering
it?
us. Bugs bothering us all over the place. Then there's a bug right behind you.
It's alright.
Should I just film it something way, Mum?
Oh.
Like a little bullet.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What?
Stunning colours on him. Oh no.
There he goes.
And he's released. Well done. Well, we've made it back across the lake. Yeah, I was talking to Bryce. The wind always picks up in the afternoon, so we had a bit of a bumpy ride back, didn't we?
Yeah. We did.
Let's get everything unpacked, get the boat on the trailer. We have made it back to the digs, and James and I are looking at all the bison.
And the donkeys
And the donkeys and the chickens and the mountains. Yeah, today's taking it out of us. We've spent a lot of time underneath the sun, and also the boat ride alone. We did probably 50 kilometres, didn't we? Yeah. Across the lake and then right up the Pitt River. That boat was incredible. It was an adrenaline ride because I'll have put some video in, but yeah, it was amazing. But yeah, it's taking it out of us. Hannah has sustained a mighty wound. That there, I'm not exaggerating, that's going to come up to be a bruise that's about that big. So yeah, you're...
Such an adrenaline junkie.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I will talk about is yesterday and today we have been using our wet shoes. Now, to set the scene, when I went to California, when we went to California a few months back, I fished with a friend of mine on the surf, and he was using a pair of these. I used a pair of Sambas, a pair of trainers. I ended up having to bin them afterwards just because they were wrecked. I thought, I'm going to have to get some. So, the arriving about in the water that we did yesterday with the sturgeon, these were absolutely perfect. These are Nautivate wet shoes. I have got the Trek Man, and Hannah has got the Trek Lady. They're perfect. They're a neoprene top side, and they've got a rubber grippy, really grippy underside. I mean, the the rocks that we were riding about on in the river were absolutely covered in like slime and silt and that, and there were no bother at all. Just slip them straight on. And the beauty of it as well being that because they've got holes on the inside, I don't know if I can show you them all, see? They drain out really easy. There's nought to them, so they dry out double quick, and the soles as well. So yeah, I've got the Trek Man, and Hannah's got the Trek Lady, and these are Nautivate. Now, the reason why I went with Nautivate is my boots are also Nautivate. I got these boots. I got my boots. I'll tell you what, I hope I don't crash into that mountain. I got these boots for when I went to Canaries, and they were spot on. They were absolutely perfect. So I thought I would try the Nautivate once again. Very affordable and lasted really well. So yeah, what I'll do in fact actually is you'll see us continue to use these throughout this trip. We're going to use them. We're going fishing day after tomorrow. It is day after tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then we're going to end up, when we go through into Vancouver, we're going to do some walking about on the beach. And if these shoes make it to the end of the trip, they'll get a full sign off, a full tick. Anyway, I'm tired. I need a wash. We need to get some tea, don't we? Bless you. We have just dropped your mum off.
Yep.
Just dropped Hannah off at the salon to go and get her hair washed because the shower in the accommodation isn't really strong enough for her thick mat of hair. So we've come out to come check some tackle shops, haven't we? We're going to check out the tackle shops in Chilliwack. Try saying that 5 times faster. This is quite an interesting concept that I've not seen before. But talking to some of the guides about using eggs, using salmon eggs and trout eggs to catch fish. These are all flavoured soft beads. Yeah, they almost look like sweets in a shop, don't they? Sweets in a candy shop. Yeah, here, look. I'm going to pick up some of these. I used these recently when I was fishing LRF from Mountbatten with the big Lurf guys. Yeah, these eggs. Look at these little guys. They almost look like bees, don't they?
Yeah.
But I'm assuming that these are flotation beads that spin on the line. Whoa, some pretty ones, isn't there, James?
Yeah.
Hannah has got nice, clean, straight hair, so you're very happy. James has a new fishing rod and a new fishing reel, don't you?
Yeah.
So
Let's see it. Where's your fishing rod? Oh, yes.
We've just been down to recce out a little park to see if we can't do a little bit of fishing. And we were just talking there, the place where we are now is Chilliwack, or as we would say, Chilliwack. Apparently, it's supposed to be the best place in Canada for corn. I'm not surprised because there's just cornfields absolutely everywhere, isn't there?
There is.
I'm told that a lot of it is cattle feed corn, but it's made me wonder now, how good can the corn be? We're going to have to find some. We're on our way now to the Sasquatch Inn, which is part of Sasquatch Park. And we're going to go and try and find Bigfoot, aren't we, James?
Yeah.
And try and find some Chilliwack corn. See you there. Well, we have been well and truly fed, but now we're going hunting for Bigfoots, aren't we? The Sasquatch Inn was delicious.
We've just found the road. We're going to go looking for Bigfoots and bears. And this is the sign as you drive up it. No telephone or service available beyond this point. So if you find this phone and this video's never been posted,
Bigfoot has found us.
bye.
Good morning. It is our final day's fishing here at Fraser Riger Lodge. The sun is literally just coming up over there. Donkeys are out, bison are out, the birds are singing. 2 minutes ago when me and James were having a drink in there, a bald eagle came and landed on top of that tree. This place is just amazing. Yeah, we're going fishing with John again. I went fishing with him the other day and we just went to the open Fraser. Today we're going to be going up the canyon, fishing up the canyon. The sturgeon up there are slightly different. They've evolved to have a slightly different shape apparently. Harder fighting as well. But I'll explain all that when we get up there. Favourite time of day? Let's go. Hannah, James and I, where are we, James?
We're in the upper canyon of the Fraser River.
Yep, we are.
Yeah.
We are.
He's there, he's there, he's there. Yes, there.
Slide him in here.
James, go backwards, that's it, sweet.
What do you want me to do, John?
Wow.
Nice. Very nice. I think this is the one. I get the sticker going.
We just did a remeasure and the length was 110. 9'2".
As we kept measuring it, it kept kind of cocking round.
Well, we got all three of us to straighten it out, didn't we?
But it is just like the width of its head. You can't do it justice. Just how big its head is. Look there.
Look at this right there, John, right there. Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations. Oh, biggest fish of the year.
Just have 5 minutes. Tell you what, these have been great, haven't they? Perfect for that.
That's
Perfect. James has just absolutely destroyed yours, haven't you? The food here has been absolutely amazing. This is their homemade strawberry jam. Wow. Right, we are just packing the car. We are about to leave the lodge. Shows you the time difference. It is 10:30 here, and we've just posted our 6 o'clock video half an hour ago in the UK. Well, James, we're going to get the rest of the stuff off the balcony. Another stunner of a day. We've got... See if these are dry. Just about. Yeah. We'll say goodbye to the donks and the mountains and the... God, this place is just absolutely stunning. We'll start putting them in a bag, please. I'll give you a quick look around the rest of the place. Yeah, we did 5 days here at the lodge, Fraser River Lodge. Absolutely amazing. We are staying in the homestead. 2-bedroom spot. 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Amazing. I'm going to do 5 more days in Vancouver. Let's get on the road. It's our first proper day in Vancouver, isn't it, James?
Yeah.
And we are staying around Yaletown. And they have got some much needed rain. They've been crying out for some rain for months. Yeah. This is more like British weather, isn't it, James?
Yeah.
We're going to have a walk up into Stanley Park and have a look at the aquarium. Yeah. First impressions are, it's nice, but it is very much expensive, isn't it, James?
Yeah.
We're looking at renting some bikes for us. And for the 3 of us to go and push bikes for the day, it would have been about £150. So we're walking.
You could just buy one because it's...
Could buy one, yeah, if I sold my kidneys.
No.
Oh, he looks quite welcoming. Well, he's proud of himself. What have we just seen, James?
A black squirrel.
A pure black squirrel. I didn't even know there was such a thing. We're in Stanley Park. Tell you what, it's a nice temperature, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's been absolutely roasting this past week. Tell you what, this is quite nice. Making our way to the aquarium. Well, we love a goldfish tank, don't we, James?
Yeah.
That there actually looks like a white skate. There's a halibut
Halibut.
and a sturgeon.
What?
That looks like one that I've caught before, called the clear nose skate. So we go down and see if we can't see through the glass. They do look like a Norway haddock. And that one down there looks like a coma.
Oh, there's halibut. That's halibut right there. See that? That's a halibut. Rockfish.
There's some special fish in here, aren't there, James?
That's a lot of fish. That's a lot of fish. There it is.
Dad, I think you get to hold them just fine, but they look pretty.
He is a big one.
Yeah.
Right until he pops up under here. I'm going to try you. Flipping heck, he is a beast.
If you have a fish, I don't know.
What's it like, James? Tipping it down. This is what happens when Hannah picks where we go to eat. Now, I actually like this more than I should. That is a little hairnet for your lemon, so that when you squeeze it, the pips get stuck in the net. Come out for a walk this morning around Granville Island. There are some lovely little spots right in the middle of the city, aren't there?
Yeah.
We are contemplating doing some whale watching. We'll just see if we can fit it in. Of course, we hadn't planned to do anything like that. I'm not sure we can fit it in with what we've got going on. Yeah, we're having a walk around the boardwalk. I'm trying to find where the commercial boats land, because I want to see some fish.
Yeah.
There's some mussels and some clams and little baby oysters. Oh, that's good sturgeon bait right there, isn't it? Some fancy fish there in the sun.
Yeah.
It's amazing, that halibut. Oh, you fancying a Claire? Yeah, that's amazing. James has just managed to blag himself a load of free samples of goodies. And I've got some macaroons. I think we're going to go and sit in the sun and... Oh. It's a Scotch pie.
Steak and onion.
I would like it in here. I'm not quite sure what they are, because they can't possibly be what they say they are, because they're not made in Cornwall. I don't know about you, but this place seems to just hold everything that you could want to eat. It has been absolutely wonderful. It smells. We've eaten bits and pieces all the way through here, but every little piece that we walk into, it's different. It's got new smell. Look at this. Oh. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to get some Chinese for my breakfast. The Granville Island Market, the one inside, was it just called the
Public market.
Public market?
Something.
Everything delicious that you could want to eat. Everything from like Seafood to bakeries to nuts to cheeses to fudges to syrups to honey to everything you could think of, all the cured meats. Amazing. And the smells in there, like one area was all fresh food, and then the other area was like cooked Chinese food. Oh, it was delicious. So yeah, if you get the opportunity to come here and you like food, definitely recommend having a look into there. It's a stunning day, isn't it, James?
Yeah.
Shall we go and try and find somewhere to go fishing? Pool first, then fishing. There we are. I don't quite know what that is yet, but James, you got it.
Yes. We've got
Well done. That was just on your float setup with a little bit of mussel as bait.
Yeah.
Today, Hannah, James and I are at the Capillano Suspension Bridge. We neglected to tell Hannah that there was going to be heights involved. She's not the happiest person when it comes to heights or suspension bridges. We don't mind them though, do we?
No.
Oh, what's he doing? He looks excited.
Yeah.
I think it's because he's got two fish. This guy was obviously an angler, wasn't he? Just imagine he was telling the story. He was like, honestly, the fish that I lost was this big.
Guys, stop looking at the picture of the thing.
It is not me, James. Does it not just make you think of that Indiana Jones? Anna's had enough. She was like, I'm going to do the ring. It is cool though. It is amazing around here. Some people like cities. This is what we like the most. It's beautiful, isn't it, James?
Yeah.
This is yet another reason why we prefer to be up early to beat the crowds.
That's fish.
Well, rainbow trout in here somewhere. We should have brought our fishing rods, shouldn't we, James?
One just came up.
We have got our fishing rods in the car, haven't we? Because we're going fishing in a bit. I think we should go on that treetop walk over there.
Over there.
Let's go! After you, best boy.
This bridge is actually kind of small now.
It is, isn't it? I tell you what, I like it though. Wah. You are doing very well.
There's so many.
We've only got like another 6 to go.
Is that how many there are?
Yeah.
Go ahead. No. You're over there. I'm trying to do something different.
Hannah has elected to sit this one out. James, let's go.
Yeah.
Go on, hold the handrail. Down you go. She did her best. She isn't the best with heights, and this is pretty cool. Points to the first person who could spot a bear. This is cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you do like open spaces like this, if you do like this type of thing, it is wonderful. This is just magical. Hello. That's interesting. I think what we're going to do now, right James, we're going to go to the Capilano Hatchery, then find a bite to eat, then see about doing some fishing. Yeah, we've got our rods in the car. Let's go. Need to find your mum first. Oh, let's go and have a look. See if we can get any pointers on how to catch these fish. Oh, these guys are impressive with like a big humpback, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, or them bright red sock eyes.
Yeah.
That's a good statistic there, showing the benefits of the hatchery, isn't it? It's the same with lobsters with the hatchery back home, because the most vulnerable state is when they're tiny. That's when the hatchery looks after them. Oh yeah, James, this is what's called a fish ladder. Look, can you see them? There was one in there. There, see? And here's more of them. Look, as they go, it helps them go. Oh, look. That one there is like a rainbow trout, so that one will be a steelhead. So that one down there, I think, is going to be a coho. I didn't actually say this before I was in there, but just as I explained, when I was saying about a salmon ladder, that when they build a dam, they need a ladder for the fish to get up. Well, that's exactly what that is there, look. They've built a dam so the fish can no longer migrate up the river. What they've done is they've built a ladder so the fish swimming through here and then through up the different sections, which is what we showed inside. Nice little mix of stuff there. This is something that I wanted to check, is because certain times of year you're not allowed to use bait, you just got to use lures. We're all right. We've got about how many days left? 5 days left where we can continue to use worms. To be honest, if cartoons have taught me anything, this is where bears like to hang out, especially with picnic baskets. Isn't that right, Boo Boo? I know what you're doing. You're going for them fish down there, aren't you? Get ready.
Oh.
You got one?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, nearly. Oh, well done.
Oh, they are stripping my worms to
What did you get there? Look.
I think there's another little sockeye.
Oh no, quick, it's come off. One of the amazing things around here, and it doesn't really do it justice because there's no bearing and scale, but like these trees, all of them are over 100 foot high. They're massive. Some of them that went past it must have been, well, probably 40 metres high. I like these as well, all the ones covered in lichen. We've seen 2 or 3 different types of squirrels, black ones, normal grey ones, and little chipmunks. And more little types of birds than I even know out here.
And you know all the birds.
James has caught a red-eared sunfish. Oh, look.
You can tell by the little red spot.
Yeah, well done. Good lad. Right, and all we're doing is fishing into a little patch in these lily pads. What bait are you using?
Just some earthworms.
Yeah, some earthworms. Stunning little fish. During our stay in Vancouver, it was the celebration of light. 3 countries compete each year to put on the best firework display. Tonight's display was Mexico. The beach and the shore side, as far as the eye can see, is absolutely rammed. Glad we got here 4 hours early. It's getting busier. Happy birthday.
Bye, thank you.
It's a big one. have to commend how well behaved and well organised everything was.
Bring it in, let's have a look.
For our final day, James and I did a spot of fishing.
That is a very, very pretty sunfish. That one does look like a pumpkin seed. Well done, James.
And then we went to the Chinese night market.
Very much. Ready for that, sir? Thank you.
It's like Pringles that didn't quite make it.
Stand a little bit closer. Sure. Really? One more bowl. Good. Thumbs up.
We had an absolutely amazing time. Everyone we met was very welcoming and we cannot wait for the opportunity to return.